Hey there everyone, it's Cassie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel for another video. Today it is Fun Fold Friday. It's where I try to, not every Friday, but maybe once a month at this point, do a fun fold for you. And so this is the fun fold we're going to do. I kind of like to call this the Lift a Flap fun fold. It's such a cute little card and super, super easy. You could do this with just about any size card. So let's go ahead and jump into what we're using. Nothing real new here, but we have the Simon Hurley Create Silly Goose stamp set. I'll talk a little bit more about this, but I just love those little geese. And there are matching dies to go along with it. Just love that set, and it's perfect for what I need today. We're also going to bring in the Simon Hurley Create In Bloom stencil. There are 3 pieces to this, and this is sort of how we're going to do it, but just with different colors. You can layer that up or do it however. We've got some cardstock, and then at the end, I am going to make my own A2 sized envelope using some specialty papers because I need to get back into doing that. I have so many beautiful papers, and I want to start really using them. All right, so let's get into making it. For starters, we're going to go ahead and have everything sped up about 2 times. Just simply because the bigger part is the fun fold, right? So we'll speed everything up a little bit here. And I've cut my paper down to be 4 inches by 5 1/4. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because it's going to be the panel on my card. If you didn't want to make your own background, grab some patterned paper. Typically, that's what I like to do when I'm making these fun folds, but I really wanted to make my own patterned paper today. So I've got this stencil. I brought in my Waffle flower grip mat, and then I have these various inks over here. This is the Bundled Sage. I was sticking with a particular color scheme because this card is for a friend of mine who is having a baby. I'm just ink blending on that Distress ink, and I chose Distress ink because I wanted that to be more in the background. And then I'm going to move on to some Squeeze Lemonade Distress Oxide. Distress Oxides sit more on top of the paper. Now, it's not going to cover up the green, but my thought in this is that that green was going to be more like the leaves, and this yellow is going to be more like the petals. It, like I said, doesn't sit on top of the green. It does change the color of the green a little bit, and I do like how that looks. But this is where that slippery when wet Lunar paste is going to come in, because that stuff is opaque, and so it's not see-through, and it's going to be perfect. So we'll bring in that final stencil, which is the smallest stencil, and we'll line that up on top as well. And then I will bring in a palette knife and then a scraper just to make things a little bit more smooth. But the reason I chose this color palette is because this is for, like I said, a friend of mine. She is having a baby. It's funny, I'm at that stage in my life now where I'm going to be a grandma, like very, very shortly. And I've got friends that are having grandkids and also friends that are getting pregnant themselves. So it is an interesting stage of life to be in. I absolutely love it. It's made me pick up another hobby. Not that I needed another hobby, but I've been crocheting lots of little critters now, like little stuffed animals, and I'm so enjoying doing that. So just another thing to do. I'm going to peel this off my waffle flower grip mat, kind of give you a look at how that looks. Nice and shiny, really pretty. We're going to set that off to the side to dry, and we'll clean up the grip mat. You could let that dry on there and then scrape it off, but this is just a little bit easier, just putting a little bit of water and then wiping your grip mat off. And then everything else I'm going to go ahead and take to the sink before that dries on there. I do want to add a little bit of this pink, so I've got some saltwater taffy, spritz that Distress Oxide with a little bit of water, and then I'm splattering that on the background. It's very, very subtle, but it does bring that pink in there because that's part of that color palette as well. Really pretty. Again, we're going to set that off to the side to dry, and then we'll move on to the next bits, which is where we're going to move our speed up again. Well, I guess we never really slowed it down other than to show you some of the papers. I'm going to stamp this little silly goose. And then the sentiments that I need. Congrats, you silly goose. And the reason I chose this is because that's actually her theme. She has her baby shower, and I was like, this is absolute perfection that I have this sweet little goose stamp set, and her theme is the geese and the silly goose, and so it's just absolutely perfect. I'm going to use my Olos for this because I did stamp that out using some blackout ink by Ink on 3, and I did that on some Express It cardstock. I don't have all the colors of Olos. I still don't. My husband had given me the go-ahead for my last birthday, and I never really did purchase them because it seemed like we had all these other things coming up. I was going to try to make it to Creativation this year, which is actually on my birthday, and we had an AC go out on a home we own, or the home we own in Huntsville, and so we had to replace that, and if you've ever done that, you know that's not cheap, so using what I got right now. But isn't she adorable? She's got her little popper like it's a pink, like a gender reveal, like what they do nowadays, so a little pink coming out. All right, I'm going to tack that down with a little bit of mint tape, the matching die, and then you have this sweet little goose ready to go. I'm going to just make sure all my pieces are ready before we start cutting up our paper to make our fun fold, but we'll trim down our sentiments using the guillotine trimmer. And I still can't get over how perfect it is that I've got the goose and the little sentiment, you silly goose. So it's absolutely just perfect. And I went ahead and crocheted a little goose. It's not really that little, but a stuffed animal goose for her. So yeah. All right, let's get into making our fun fold. So now we're down to normal speed. I have a regular piece of 8.5 by 11 inch paper. I'm trimming this down to 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. That is the panel of an A2 size card, but you only need the one piece for your back panel. Now I'm going to take that other long piece and we're going to trim this down to be 2 1/4 inches. And you could really make this any size you want, this part. So this is 2 1/4. And then I'm going to trim this down to 10.5, and that's where you'd really want that to be the same. So 10.5, and then we are going to score that at 5 1/4. So that's right in the middle. That's going to be our fun fold. Super simple. Like I said, you could do this for just about any size card you wanted. I'm just choosing an A2 today. So there we go, 5 1/4, and that'll be the flap where we'll hide our little message inside of. And my desk is a little bit of a mess, so I can't find my bone folder right now. So we got what we got. All right, so now we can move on to using our patterned paper that I made. Again, use your own patterned paper. Don't have to make it if you don't want to, but this is just one fun way to do it. I want to make sure that's nice and dry, so I'm hitting that with my heat tool, moving that around. If you don't move your heat tool around over that Lunar paste, it will bubble, so make sure you do that if you're using it. And then we're going to bring in our liquid glue to adhere down our panel. I'm going to struggle with this liquid glue. The reason is I need to refill it, so at some point during this video I will stop it and I will refill my glue, and then you'll see how beautiful it works after you've refilled it. So keep that glue full, I guess. That's the moral of the story. We'll put that down on our 5.5 by 4 1/4 inch piece, so you've got that nice yellow border all around it. Remember, that inside panel was 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then there's a glob of glue on my piece, but here I've refilled my glue. Look at how beautifully that's flowing. No issues now. Yes, I learned a lesson there. Keep your glue full. And now I can put this on top of my panel. Love it. That's the fold. How fun is that? All right, I do want to have a piece on the inside where it's easy to write. Remember, this is 2 1/4 inches, the yellow, so I'm going to cut this down to slightly smaller than 2 1/4 and slightly smaller than 5 1/4 because I want that to just barely have some of that yellow showing and leave plenty of room to write to my recipient. So there you can see just a tiny bit of that white border, or yellow border. Before I adhere it down, I am going to take the little duck footprints and I'm going to stamp those on the bottom and at the top. It's just a cute little detail. It's not anything real crazy, but it is adorable. And then we can glue this down on the inside of our flap. Now we'll be ready to adhere the rest of it. I did use a circle die to cut out a white circle and a pink circle. And then I can adhere that down to the front of my flap. I want to make sure I'm putting things where I want them. And originally I had thought to put down some pink baker's twine that I have. And I think I'm going to have to go back and do that. I don't know why I forgot to do that. This person that I'm making this card for is all about those bows and the girly girl. And so I think I need to put the bow on there. But we've used some adhesive foam strips and we adhere those down. And so our card is ready. We'll let that dry while we make our envelope. And I haven't done this in a minute. I don't know why. I love making my own envelopes. And this die is the Trinity Stamps A2 envelope builder. It comes with lots of great sentiments and little pieces to decorate your envelope if you want. All you need to make the envelope though are those 3 pieces. So I've die cut that out of that specialty paper from Tonic, and that was the pink champagne. I don't know if they make that anymore. If they do, I'll definitely link it down below. But this specialty paper, I feel like, is a cross between some paper and fabric. It just, you'd have to feel it. If you don't have it, you just about have to feel it. It's so great. And I love making my envelopes out of this. Now, it would be hard to send through the mail doing it like this, so I do have some clear envelopes that I do put these inside of. And so that way nothing happens to these envelopes and they're able to go through the mail just fine. And that's probably an extra precautionary thing that maybe you don't have to do, but I always want to make sure that I'm doing things the right way. So yeah, I use a clear envelope over the top of these. And I'm just using liquid glue to adhere down the pieces. And then you just use a little bit of glue on your flap right on those edges. And you let that stick. And then once that's done, the envelope is done. I love these so much. I'm going to keep doing this, so you're going to see this a little bit more often. But here's my envelope. I've put my card inside, and it looks so sweet. I really like this. Is this a fun fold you'd try? I would love for you to leave that down in the comment section down below. Tell me what you think. If you like this video, hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And as always, I will see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.